Hi there, it's been a while. I haven't made a video in quite some time due to two factors. One being I was a little bit under the weather, a lot under the weather, for the good part of March. And secondly, my camera, this one that I have right in front of you, was kind of dying. It was acting really weird, where I would try to plug in external power or use third-party batteries, and it would just shut off at the most random times. So then I had to send in this camera back to Sony because it's still covered under the warranty to get it fixed. So hopefully everything has been done to fix the problem and the issue. It doesn't seem like I'm having all the weird power on and power cycle functions that I was getting from before. So I hope that's resolved. Secondly, my health is being resolved right now. I just came off of a good like 10 to like 15 day sickness. I had shingles, which is fucking crazy. Like, I didn't know out of all the things I could have got in this crazy time of our lives, like I got shingles out of like nowhere. If you don't know what shingles are, they are what do you call it? Dormant chicken pox that have been in your body since you were a child, because you're supposed to have chicken pox when you're younger. And so these things lay dormant inside my body for a while. And so since I was like 7 or something. And then what happened, I think what happened was that I was working out. I was doing some deadlifting, and I did a deadlift which was kind of, it wasn't my max, but I should have been listening to my body at the time. And it wasn't going to go like the most I wanted, what my brain was telling me I wanted to go to. And so I think it was around, I think I was lifting around 170. And then my back was thrown out. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta stop doing this immediately. So when I lifted all that weight and I pinched that nerve, this part of my upper chest under here to my back became numb. Like you know when you get a shot for your dentist, or like say your leg was sleeping, where it has that pins and needle kind of effect. That's what I was feeling from like here to here for like a good 5 days, and that was hurting me. Like, it was so annoying. So those were like the early stages of this whole thing. So, but when that was going on, I noticed I was developing like some sort of rash here. And then over the days gone, like I've got heat rash before, or I had like allergy rash stuff before, so I just put steroid cream that I normally get from my doctor on top of it, and normally that clears it up within like less than 12 hours. In this case, it kept staying around and got worse, to the point where like I was like, oh man, it's so uncomfortable to sleep. Whenever I graze, or like my fabric of my shirts graze over the top of them, it burns. It's really painful. So then I was like, okay, I'll give it a few days. I'll try other remedies for the time being, because it didn't seem like anything so serious. So I tried calamine lotion. I tried hydrocortisone to stop the itching. I didn't try oatmeal, but I tried using ice packs to help with the swelling and everything like that. All the stuff didn't work. It just kept getting worse. So after a while, I went to the doctor, and I had to do one of those phone video chats with my doctor, because I wasn't allowed to go into the hospital yet. And she looked at it and she's like, are they only on one side of your body? And I was like, yeah, it's only on my right side. And she's like, it doesn't look too bad. And then I had to take off my shirt, and I showed her everything. I don't want to show you because it's kind of gross, but like after she saw it, she's like, yeah, you got shingles. I was like, you freaking serious? Like, what the hell? First of all, what the hell is that? Second of all, how did I get that? So she explained all the stuff I'm explaining to you now, and then like I kept itching at the time, and I kept like rubbing my face. She's like, stop doing that, don't do that, because you could transfer it everywhere you buy. That's probably how it got to my back, because it started here, and then I kept scratching back here, transferred to my back. And she said if I touch my eyes or something like that, it could cause blindness, like permanent blindness. So I was like, fuck. So she prescribed an antibiotic to clear it up, and within like I think 3 days, it started healing. But it was still really painful. Like, my sleep cycle was so fucked up because I couldn't sleep directly on my back or on my side, because it was so painful just trying to like lie down like that in that position. and so I just kept waking up all the time. I didn't feel like any vomitous kind of effects to it, but oh yeah, another thing, I couldn't take hot showers. I could only take cold showers, and that was such a pain in the ass to do, because like I don't know, I enjoy hot water and everything, and I was like, oh, I'm not comfortable at all. So it was basically like 14 days of being uncomfortable in my body, and I was eating okay, but I wasn't exercising, so I was just like, I felt so shitty, and I still feel so shitty. Today's the first time I worked out in a long time. I haven't been to the gym since that time I threw out my back. But yeah, those are the two reasons why I haven't been posting any videos up. Kind of sucks, but that's just how it goes sometimes, and that's the consequence of being old. And even though I'm not that old, I feel like these things are accelerating at a too fast of a pace, but you know, we'll see what it is. Anyway, I didn't do a pickups video for the month of March, and today is currently the 7th of April. Yeah, just because I didn't have the energy to do it, but now I finally do. And now I'm just gonna go through the pile of stuff that I got. It's quite it's very simple type of stuff that was going on. Although I am, how do you call it? Like, I did spend a lot actually. They just haven't come in, or like I ordered a lot. A lot just haven't come in. So I got these 2 boxes right here. I got some pile of stuff in here. A non-gaming related kind of item that I got was a brand new phone. So I used to have an old Galaxy S7 Edge phone. Now we got this wonderful S21 Ultra. This phone is a freaking beast. Like, my phone is a piece of shit compared to this thing, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's huge, which is kind of like I didn't want it to be that big, but the reason why I like this one compared to like the bigger iPhones now, so you see how wider the iPhones are. This is the iPhone 11 from last year, but the 12s are like kind of similar, and the 12 Maxes are kind of similar, but if you notice, like this is much skinnier than this one, so I can at least hold it in my hand, whereas this one's kind of it is squatter but wider, but like it's kind of hard. Like I can't one hand the whole thing, whereas this one, it's doable, and Samsung gives me the software in order for me to one-handedly use this pretty easily. So yeah, this thing is amazing. If I was about to film this video on this camera from this phone, if this camera didn't arrive back in time, because that's how good the quality is on this thing. But it's nice to have a dedicated camera setup like this to do the video with. So yeah, so I got Galaxy S21 Ultra. That was super cool to get. Let's pop away. So what else did I grab? So I got this is neat. I got Fire Emblem Warriors. I'm sorry. Yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors. Sorry, I got this for super cheap. I was supposed to get this. It was like a used game sale through GameStop, where they're selling it, I think for like $16 or something like that. But then when I went there, the clerk, or actually she was the manager of the store. She's all like, "Oh yeah, are you the one who ordered the Fire Emblem Warriors?" I was like, "Yeah, does it come with a case?" And she said, "No, unfortunately it doesn't." And she's like, "I knew someone was gonna ask me that." So then she's like, "You know what? She's helped me a couple times, and she recognizes me, I hope, at this point." So she's just like, she gave me a brand new copy, which was awesome. She did not have to do that, and I'm really grateful that she was able to do that. So thank you. I want to say her name was Cassandra, Cassie, something like that. So thank you very much for that. I can't wait to play this one because I never got to play the Wii U version of this guy. So yeah, should be pretty neat. The second game, another Fire Emblem game that I got, was this one. So this is a very, very rare Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. However, it says, you notice this is the GameCube thing. There isn't a game in here. So someone Facebook Marketplace this for just the cover of the booklet, no game. So I still have to look for it. I have, and this is inside of a PlayStation 2 cover box, but I don't care. I have a bunch of other GameCube game boxes I can place this inside of. So this alone was about $80. The game disc itself individually, I think, is selling right now, it's hovering around $190, $200. So if I put those two together, I'll be able to have like around the $350 to $400 game. So I was cool with doing that. But like this is just like the fact that it already has the booklet, which is probably one of the harder condition things to get, plus the sub booklet for all this stuff. Like I'm glad that it comes with that. So sick. All I need is the game, which is surprisingly not common, but pretty common. All right, so the news of the PlayStation Network for PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, and PS Vita is coming down the pipeline that they're going to be shutting down services this summer. So I was like, man, I got to stock up on games. Like this one right here, God Hand, is a PlayStation Network title from the PlayStation 2 era, and that's not going to be available once the store shuts down. And there is backwards compatibility, but a lot of those kinds of titles are getting really, really expensive now. So it's smart to get titles like the Misadventures of Tron Bond, the Mega Man Legends games, Parasite Eve 1 and 2. Those games are like upwards of $200 plus. So you could get them on the PSN store for like $6 to like $15 around that range. But there are some physical ones that are kind of within reach that might be worth investing into. Because they're only exclusive to the PlayStation 3 platform, and you won't be able to see them ever again. One that I really wanted from the beginning of the PlayStation 3 era that I wanted to play and never got around to doing it was this one right here. So this is Afrika. I remember the PlayStation 3 demo, they displayed this, and I was like, wow, these graphics are amazing. This is like Pokemon Snap, but for like real life, and so PlayStation's doing it. And I was happy to I actually got this before the official news came down. So I got this for around like $120, and I'm sure this will probably, I'm banking that this is gonna go up really, really high. Reason I got this compared to some other certain PlayStation 3 titles is that Afrika is, I mean, I heard it's an okay game. It's not the greatest game. But like if you were at the time trying to display the power of the cell processor in the PlayStation 3, they were demoing this all the time. So this kind of became like the poster child for the start of the PlayStation 3 era. And I wanted to have something like that, that with its rarity, but notoriety, is still available. There are other really, really rare PlayStation 3 games out there that I've been seeing. One was, oh my god, what's the name of that one? Painkiller. Like Painkiller, I think it's $20 on the PSN store, but it sells for like around $500 physical. So I'm banking on this one, trying to get maybe not $500, but pretty high. Yeah, like all those really not obscure but rare PlayStation 1 titles like Growlancer and Adventures of Tron Bond, like those are like gonna go insane in their price in the next few years. I don't know if the problem is the valuation on video games such as those. The thing that troubles me about investing in something like that is that a lot of that inflation is due to the rarity. However, yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that a lot of people want to buy them. So like that's the problem I have with it. Like there has to be a reason besides nostalgia to try to want to collect something at that high of a price. Like right now I saw, oh yeah, it was like a mint VG rated Super Mario Brothers 3, like brand new in the box, and I think that's sold for like over, what is it, 300k, something like that, which is dumb. That is so, I don't know. Like Mario 3 is available on a lot of platforms, and it's like emulated, like easily emulated. And yeah, there's a novelty to have something that's like complete, like mint in the box, but like, I don't know, that seems like a ridiculous amount. Okay, sorry, Mario 3 auctioned off for 156k, which is insane. Like I would, like Mario 3 is a fantastic game, and it's gonna live forever because it's been emulated and re-released so many times, and is unavailable on a lot of different kinds of platforms. So it's weird to me that someone would spend 156k on that, whereas a real rarity, which would be like the Stadium Events titles, like they only sold that they only like what do you call it? They only gave those away at a certain time, and you had to have one of them and win them at a tournament. That's what creates the rarity. And not only that, but they were also sought after, and I have a high nostalgia value for the Nintendo brand. and the marketability of that whole thing. So like that, those have very tangible reasons like why stadium events is really expensive. For Mario 3, other than nostalgia factor, I don't know why this guy would spend 156k, because you could buy a pretty good copy on eBay for like around, I mean, if you really want a mint copy unopened, like $300. If you really into that type of thing. If this guy won $1 million and spent 156k on this Mario 3, then I understand, but I don't know, that doesn't seem like worth it to me, unless they see something else that we're not going to see. So I don't know. Anyway, ridiculous thoughts. Okay, on to what else I got. So I got from Xbox It Takes Two. So this completes my Joseph Fares trilogy of games. I love that guy. He's one of the very outspoken individuals in the video game community as a director. He has very crucial thoughts on the Oscars if you ever see his video on that. But he's a fantastic, how do you say it, illustrator and narrator of the vision he wants. So his first game, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, is like the second game to ever make me cry while playing a video game. Fantastic game if you ever check it out. It's always cheap. It's always like $5 or something around whatever PlayStation Network or Xbox Live or something. There's always, it's on iOS. It's on a bunch of stuff. Like, try it out. Like, it's really interesting. It's very underrated. I want to say not a lot of people played that game, but how you interact with the characters, the brothers, is very well done. And then there's A Way Out, which is an awesome cooperative experience that you could play for free. Like if your friend buys it, you could play with him online for free, and like enjoy like this fun experience with very personal types of characters in that. And then I heard this is, I don't want to say even better, but like it's of the quality of a Joseph Fares title. So I'm really excited to play this. I'll probably play this with Lori coming up soon, and yeah, this is gonna be pretty sick. So I got excited when I got this. I got this relatively cheap because I got it at Walmart, and I had like a $15 coupon or something like that, so I used it for it, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna get that. So all right, what else are my unopened things I've been using? So this also came in, this Xbox wireless headset. This thing is phenomenal. I love this thing. This is for $100. And the audio quality isn't going to blow you away. However, the versatility of this whole thing is incredible. One thing I really love about these guys is the fact that I could adjust the volume using this whole side ear cup thing. Same thing with the whole the mixing of the mic and the speakers, or the game audio. I love that. Super simple. I love that I could just put it on, tap back here, and then it turns on my Xbox as if it was a controller. So there's not a lot of like how to get like technical guesswork on like, oh, is it on, is it off, is it like doing its thing, am I sending it out weird? I don't know. It just makes sense. It also works with DTS and Dolby Atmos. Although those require subscription services, you don't need it, really. It does enhance it a little bit, but you don't really need it because it also has Windows Sonic built into it, and Xbox, what's the audio for Xbox? I forgot the game engine audio, I forget. But yeah, it works really well. Like I said, it's $100, so don't expect like the sound to be amazing, but for what I need it for, like I already have a home theater in my living room. The only reason why I would need something like this is if I don't want to disturb anyone in the house while they're either sleeping or doing work. So I just throw these on and just get the same kind of experience. Well, not exactly the same kind of experience, but the gist of the experience of listening to through these headphones. These are positional sound kind of headphones too. The only problem like I have with them is that I feel like this, like it's super comfy, but I feel like this is gonna break sometime. The ear cups, they're all right. When it comes, the EQ or the levels that it comes packaged with are totally off the map. You need to really reduce the bass on this because the bass level in here really distorts all the other noise. So it drowns out the mids and it drowns out the highs. So if you lower down your bass on the lower kilohertz levels for this guy, you'll be set. You'll be pretty good. Other than that, no big problems so far as of yet. The battery life has been great. I don't know. I haven't really had any other issues besides that. I guess maybe subscribing to the DTSX audio and whatnot. I feel like that should be free if you're like a Game Pass or Xbox Gold member. But other than that, I don't think anything's that pertinent or bad about them. Like I said, they're not gonna blow out those was it the Bang & Olufsen's? They were like $500 that were just announced. They're not gonna blow those out of the water anytime soon. But like I said, like if you don't need that high quality kind of headphone environment, that these will help a lot. I believe the Arctis 9X and the 7Xs are a little bit better, but for their price, I was like, I don't know. Functionality wise, this is a much better option to me since it's all part and integrated in the Xbox system. So it just makes a lot more sense. I could connect this to my phone, or pair it to my phone and my Xbox at the same time, or my laptop and my Xbox at the same time. I can use this for conferencing. I can use it for so many different things. The only thing that doesn't work right now is with the PlayStation. I do, however, have a caveat to the if you were to connect this to your PC. It's recommended that you get the Xbox One dongle, Xbox to PC dongle for it. It'll work much better because I had Bluetooth on it and it was like in and out in quality. So yeah, that's that one. All right, so let's. I know what this one is, and you've seen it before on this channel. I just wanted to make sure I had a mint copy of this because it was on sale. There you go. Okay, so I got Ori and the Will of the Wisps again, the collector's edition. This was on sale at GameStop. Let's see, it was on sale for $30. I had a coupon and my GameStop rewards program thing, so that cut it in like, not half, but it was like $25. I was like, yeah. I already have one back here. Where's that? Yeah, I have it back here. But that one's opened up and I used that one. I want a mint copy, so I got this one for super cheap. So I'm proud of that. So I got two Xbox games, two Nintendo games, one really expensive PlayStation 3 game, and this last one here. I'm gonna open this up. I also got like a very nice PlayStation haul due to my best friend was kind of dumping a bunch of stuff around. And I was like, are you gonna sell these, or are you gonna how are you gonna get rid of these? And he's like, I'll just give them to you. And I was like, yeah, thank you very much, So yeah, thank you very much. I'll do a separate video on that whole thing. All right, last one for the day. I got from oh, this is nice actually. Let me see that Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Wii. This is. I got this from a, where did I get this from? Oh, the Goodwill auction. So I really wanted this because I love Metroid for one thing. This is like my second favorite property of Nintendo. This is also a hard steelbook case. So yeah, I didn't know that they sold it like that. So there's Samus right there on the back. This is neat. Like, Nintendo doesn't like to do a lot of these kinds of things. Anyway, you see that? Yeah, wow. And this was a complete thing, so someone was selling it. Or, I'm sorry, Goodwill was selling it. And it comes with everything. Like, here's the booklet manual. Like you saw the fold out before. Here is a... Wow, that's cool. It's right there. Like a photo... history thing? Like, booklet. It's cool. It goes through the history of the Metroid universe. What else I got in here? Damn, dude, this steelbook's really cool. I don't know if you saw my ranking of my steelbook collection, but this one's pretty sick. Wow, and it fit. Jesus, no one touched this. Look at that. This is a super clean Wii disc. I've never seen a used Wii disc this clean. That's crazy. Okay, and then on the inside of the steelbook is Metroid and I think some other Metroid Zero people. That's Dark Samus. Oh no, so this is like Dark Samus and the other Samus iterations you play inside the game. So this one is a little bit pricey. I think I got this at around $90. But these are rare, and the fact that it comes in a complete section like this, pretty sweet. I also wanted to collect. I like collecting Metroid games because they're so 50-50. Metroid games are either really expensive or really cheap if you try to hunt for them. And I feel like I got this one really cheap, and with the hopefully next year or in the next 2 years, Metroid 4 will come out, and these things will be relevant again. So yeah, I thought this is pretty cool. I actually kind of like this. This is very unique. I don't collect a lot of Wii games, but that's a pretty unique one to have, I feel like. So yeah. There you go. Alright, so that was my main pickups for March that I actively sought out for. And I should be having more constantly throughout the months. Next video I'll have is on my PlayStation haul that I got from my best friend. And yeah, I'll see you next time in the next video, okay? Peace, take care, see you later, bye.